hey, Bryan, I saw you were looking at places downtown. Here's a couple others I think might be of interest to you. Now you're providing value. That's going to engage people. But if you're just sitting there hammering them with call after call after call after call, you're going to turn them off and they're going to run away and they're going to go work with somebody else. Welcome to the Whissel Way Podcast. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with Whissel Realty Group and eXp Realty in San Diego.
My name is Bryan Koci, Media Marketing Director at Whissel Realty Group.
Bryan's a little rusty. This is a first podcast back after having a little baby.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know there's a new movie on Netflix named Elliot, like your little baby boy. It's a reindeer movie, and it's super cute. I think it's going to be like a hit on Netflix this year.
We just watched Pete's Dragon, and the dragon's name is Elliot. It's fun. It's kind of a sad movie. Like the whole thing is sad. Anyway.
All right, guys. The goal of our show is to give you the tools, techniques, and tactics that you need to go out there and crush it in your business, whether that be real estate, mortgage, or really just any business out there. Our goal is to do that in 30 minutes or less. And we want this to be the kind of show that you can consume on your way to or from the office. If you enjoy the show today, we'd love it. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified of future episodes. Also, if you're listening on iTunes, make sure to subscribe and give us a little review. Those things will really, really help us out, so we appreciate that. If and only if you enjoyed the content, or if you want like $5 or something, like do a good review. Maybe, I don't know, Bryan will send you something.
Sweet, I got a company card. Let's go.
He's got these magic dry erase markers, and he can send you one.
They're no, you can't have them. They're great. I love them.
Our last episode prior to this, that was Bryan's widget of the week with some dry erase markers. So really stretching.
If you buy these dry erase markers, let me know because I think they're cool. I'm replacing all the markers with Sharpies. You also thought this
stupid thing you hang around your neck and attach a phone to
Whatever.
is cool too. Did you use that during the birth?
No.
No?
Absolutely not. No.
Because I know you're definitely a hand holder. So like,
I've got
you were
pictures
holding hands, but like then that way you'd be hands free with the phone hanging around your neck. You didn't use it? That would have been like the time to use it.
No, I'm gonna do it for a photo shoot. I'll do it. I don't care. You do your thing. I'll do my thing.
Thomas, make sure to link that up. Bryan's widget of the week where he shared the
it's
dumbest
so
thing
cool.
ever.
It's cool. I did use it on a behind the scenes.
It's so cool. It makes dry erase markers look good.
All right, well, fine.
All right, guys. So the way that we run the show is rather than guessing what you want to hear about,
we just make fun of Bryan for 3 minutes.
We just listen to you and the questions that you have for us. So if you have a question you want to ask us and have it answered on the show, you can always do that at thewhisselway.com. Not only can you ask questions, you could also join our Facebook group where we share a lot of inside stuff we're working on. Like we're actually doing an event sharing our business plan real soon. We also have our referral network you can join on there so we can refer you everybody who's leaving California. Subscribe to the podcast or the YouTube channel on there and find out about upcoming events like our Media Mayor Mastermind, which is a 2-day event where Bryan and I unpack everything we've learned after 6 years of creating videos together and give it to you in 2 days to shortcut your learning curve.
Yep.
All right, Bryan. With that said, what's our question?
All right, this one comes from our boy Cosmo. He posted in the Whissel Way group.
What's his full name?
Yeah, Cosmo. Cosmo. That's the first full name. Cosmo Dallas, and then he has a last name that starts with an M. I don't want to be rude. I don't know how to pronounce things. Anyways, Kyle, he asks, when you do automated follow-up for your leads, what are some examples of what you include in there? What are you doing? Are you doing weekly touches with these leads? And tell me some examples of those.
Yeah. All right. So we had a lot of different systems we were using before. We recently made a move over to a combination of Follow Up Boss and Ylopo. Primary reason for making that move was there's a lot of automations and a lot of integrations that comes along with. And then as well, there's a lot of customization. So it's all the Asians that you get.
All the Asians.
Yeah, all the Asians. So a lot of cool stuff that we were able to do with that. Number one thing with Ylopo that I love is the remarketing that they do. The majority of the CRM platform, IDXs, whatever you want to call them out there, lead, comes on the website, looks at a couple of properties, and then you set up a search and it starts emailing them properties that are similar, which is cool.
It's better than nothing.
Better than nothing, right? At least you got that.
It's pretty reactionary.
It is. The other problem is it's a freaking email. And, even somebody who works at McDonald's gets like 100 emails a day.
Yeah,
So
from
if
Burger
you're
King.
sending to a busy business person, they're probably getting 200 or 300 emails a day, and yours is just one of those 200 or 300. It's really going to blend in, and hey, in a perfect world, they like have a filter that makes sure it gets to their normal inbox, but odds are it's going in the promotions box or the not important box or whatever inbox system they have. So it's not really enough anymore to just send email notifications of property matches. So one of the things that we love that Ylopo does is it'll pay attention to the search that's completed on the website, and then it will send the similar property results, not just in an email, but it'll also follow them around on social media.
Which is so
Which is
huge.
huge, right? We recently moved from our old platform to a new one, and we went from 62,000 leads down to 45 because we had a ton of old leads with bad numbers, bad phone, or some of those were just old agents within our company. And so we just cleaned all that stuff out, narrowed it down to the 45 that were valid contact info. And then they were able to match up, I believe, 31,000 out of the 45,000.
That's so
they were able
crazy.
to match up on social media. So we've now got social media ads running to all 31,000 of those people, which is super, super powerful. And so not only is it going to show them properties, let's say they looked at 123 Main Street, it's also going to show them similar properties to 123 Main Street. It's also going to run branding ads via videos that are going to make sure that we stay top of mind. And they run really, smart stuff. Like when it's hot in the middle of summer, they're running ads showing people like lounging in a pool in their backyard. And hey, you looking for a pool home? We can help. And it's constantly keeping you in front of people. And I think that's one of the most important things, because you've got to touch people multiple times before they're going to do something with you. So
Yep.
all of that happens automatically. So I'm all about automations. I love things like that are set it and forget it. The other thing that's really powerful with Ylopo too is that it will auto adjust the search for you. So let's say somebody starts out and they're looking for homes in downtown San Diego, and all this, you're looking at high rises downtown, and all of a sudden their search, they stop looking at high rises downtown and they're looking at single family homes in Coronado. It's automatically or dynamically going to adjust based on the searches that they're completing on the website, which is so powerful. So now you're not wasting emails that are never getting read because you're sending them high rises downtown when they've decided they want a single family home in Coronado. So that's super, super powerful. So that's a big part of it. Another thing that they do is just once a week, we get them a list of all of our sellers in the system, and they set them up on HomeBot, which is a killer platform.
God, HomeBot is so cool. It's so cool.
It is. So it'll update the sellers and let them know, a rough idea of what their home is worth. And then HomeBot has all kinds of other stuff. It'll show them, hey, here's, you could refinance your property, and here's what you could lower your payment to. You could sell, and here's how much equity you have. You could rent it as an Airbnb, and here's what kind of income you could expect to receive. So it's got like all kinds of good info. So it's very engaging. A lot of people open their HomeBot updates, and then that's all integrated with Follow Up Boss and Ylopo. And so now the notifications are coming in, and it's beautiful. So we're just really, really staying in front of people with some of these technologies.
Now, also with Ylopo, there's a couple more that I want to touch on. One, go ahead and touch on RAIYA a little bit.
Yeah, so RAIYA is a artificial intelligence text machine, I would call it. So what's really cool is if somebody looks at 123 Main Street on the website, RAIYA can then say, hey, Bryan, I saw you were looking at some homes in downtown San Diego. I found a couple others I think you might like.
And it does this via text.
Automatically.
Yep. And so it holds conversations.
Initiates a lot of conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really powerful. So this is watching the activity that people are taking on the website. And then based on the activity they take on the website, it will reach out to them and text these leads, which is how everybody wants to be communicated with. If you haven't realized yet, if you just keep hammering people and call them 500 times, you're going to turn them off. But if you can just engage with them via text message and be a resource and provide valuable information like, hey, Bryan, I saw you were looking at places downtown. Here's a couple others I think might be of interest to you. Now you're providing value. That's going to engage people. But if you're just sitting there hammering them with call after call after call after call, you're going to turn them off, and they're going to run away, and they're going to go work with somebody else. So it's powerful. And then it reaches out as your assistant. It'll literally say, hey, Bryan, this is Kyle, Whissel's assistant over at Whissel Realty Group. And then boom, it'll hit them with some information. So it's so powerful because it's now reacting to their action, which is powerful. Because a lot of the other systems out there, what they'll do is when you log into the system the next time, you'll click, and it'll show you, oh, hey, here, by the way, here's all the important things people did on your website. And now it's up to you to like manually go through them one by one and do something about it. So the beauty is RAIYA is automatically engaging with people and starting up conversations. And then you could just sit back and watch RAIYA do her thing, or you could jump in and take over the conversation at some point.
And the thing I think I like best about this system is how long did it take us to build up all of the campaigns that she does, all of the follow-up and based on the actions and the trigger words. How long did that take us to build out?
0.
It's my favorite kind.
Yes. Yeah, it's a powerful system. It's awesome.
And the team at Ylopo's done so much work on it, are always working on improving it, and you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Now, flip that script a little bit. Another reason we really like Follow-Up Boss is our ability to integrate, the integrations. And so one of the integrations we used, Chris, who's our COO, is a big fan of, and obviously we are too, is call action. So now we can be very specific based on if we have leads coming in that are maybe not coming from the website, they're texting in, they're calling in, somehow they're getting a phone number, but they're not getting on our website, we can build out plans through call action based on those numbers. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so I mean, the beautiful thing with call action is that we have all kinds of campaigns built out in there. We'll have a 1-month campaign, a 3-month, a 6-month, a 9-month, a 12-month, all kinds of campaigns built out. The thing that makes call action really unique is that it's not just text, it's not just email. It allows you to do a lot of other things. So you can have texting go out and include a V card. So it could say, hey, Bryan, it was great chatting with you. Let's say you finish up a conversation. Hey, Bryan, it was really great chatting with you. I want to shoot my V card so you have all my contact information and can store it in your phone. Powerful. You can send videos. You can send text. You can send animated GIFs. You can send all kinds of stuff in there. You love it, don't you?
I'll never get over it. You can do voicemail drops.
You can drop voicemails, and you can do emails. You can even run a campaign that'll automatically call you, let's say 30 days in, it'll call me and say, hey, Kyle, I got a note here that you need to call Bryan. And then it'll call me. I pick up the phone. Then it'll call you and put us on a call together. Like, so powerful. Because let's be honest, we need that as realtors. We sometimes forget about things. So anything that can help remind us, we need it.
So Jesse has done a great job with building out some text campaigns and
Jesse's
everything.
the owner of Call Action.
The other thing that I really like about it is we ran with his auto-generated ones for the ISA team for a while. And then we said, okay, now that we have a little bit of time, we know which ones get good responses. Let's tweak it a little bit so it's more our language, in our exactly what we want to do. We can send out our videos or our emails. And so the nice thing about that is it's super, super customizable. If we want to use words like, hey, hello, what's up, bro, stuff like that, we can do that, as opposed to being either very formal, or we can really customize that. So we built out plans if people get call in our direct line or via Zillow or all sorts of things. So that's another thing. I don't have specific examples of that. That's one thing that I asked for, but I don't have specific examples of our call action plans. But if you want specific examples of RAIYA, hit up Ylopo. Tell them we sent you. And
Jesse's awesome. Jesse's the owner over there at Call Action. He'll sit down with you and really help you build out campaigns. He's one of those owners who's super hands-on and helping you.
Hands in, guys.
Yeah. He's really hands-on in helping people get up and running and building something out that works for their team, as opposed to like, hey, I built some campaigns, just go use one.
And dude, he's so smart.
He'll get dirty with you.
Every time I'm like, hey, what about this? He goes, you need to do that and this and this and this. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's way better than what I thought. So great guy.
Cool. Well, yeah, if you guys need either of those, reach out to them, let them know you heard about it here on the podcast. They might hook you up with a little something if you do. So the other thing we like to do before we wrap up is finish with something we call the Whissel Widget of the Week. This is something that we're utilizing in our business that either saves us time, makes us more money, or just helps us have more fun. What do you got for us today, Bryan?
Now, I did a 2-pack before. It's going to be a 4-pack of... No, I'm just kidding. So what I have is a camera strap from Peak Design. So this is for my camera nerds out there. I've never been a big camera strap fan. I don't like it around my neck. And the more and more I use my cameras for video, the more difficult it is because having a camera strap adds weight and adds kind of dimension on different sides of the camera. So this looks fairly simple. It's a camera strap, right? But typically you have a couple different options for connecting. You can either connect it on the sides of the camera, usually with some sort of strap that you wrap around, and it's not permanent, but it's a pain in the ass to take off. The other one is usually they give you like a quick release plate and you can put it on the bottom of the camera. Well, seeing that I use quick release plates all the time with my cameras, those weren't attractive options for me. So with this, if you're watching on the YouTube video, you'll see it. They have these little basically quick release straps on the side that you just click into the camera strap. It's hard to do this one-handed. I'm actually doing it two-handed, aren't I? I don't know why it's difficult. And it just clips in there, and then it's really easy to take off or put on the camera strap. So if I'm walking around all day and want to have the camera strap on, I put it on. Otherwise, I take it off and I put it on my gimbal or I put it on my tripod. Just makes it a really easy solution for something that kind of bugged me for a couple of years. So Peak Design made this. I use the thin one. There's a thin one and a thick one. I like the thinner strap. That's my widget.
I love it.
That's
that's a good follow-up compared to your dry erase markers.
I still like my dry erase markers.
Clearly. All right, the one I got for you guys today, this is for those of you that do some traveling and really want to kind of keep things to a minimum and travel lightly.
Is it a neck pillow?
No.
Okay, good. I'll do that next week.
I have a neck pillow, and I forget that damn thing every single time I fly. I always forget the freaking neck pillow. And I got like a nice one, too. Forget it every time. But I'm the kind of guy, I want to travel lightly, which is part of the issue that I'm trying to solve with this piece. And the other problem is when we go to events like conferences and stuff like that, we're on our phones nonstop, and we're always killing the battery, and we're trying to like find chargers, and we're sitting on the floor in the corner of the room, plugged in, trying to get some battery, or we roll the dice and plug our phone in and hope it's there when we come back an hour later. So I don't really like those options. So I got this device here from Anker. These guys make some really cool devices. And what this one is if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. If you're not watching on YouTube and you're just listening, looks like any other charger out there.
Like a power
brick. It's like a wall charger. Just looks like a big block. You plug it in, you plug a USB cable in, you charge your iPhone. Now, what makes this one really cool is that when you have this thing plugged in, yes, it is charging your phone. What it's also doing is it's charging the block. And the block itself is a portable charger. So what's really cool when you leave your, at night, you plug in and charge your phone overnight in your hotel room. You wake up the next morning and you can just flip the little plug in. You got this nice little square block. You could throw it in your pocket. If you're a girl, throw it in your purse. And when your battery gets dead, then you can just plug a cable in. And now this is also a portable charger. So it acts not only as a wall charger, but it acts as a portable charger as well.
That's pretty cool, too.
Which is pretty freaking rad.
I was trying to think of how that was going to integrate with a neck pillow, and I realized you didn't talk about neck pillow. I did. I was like, how are you going to charge a phone with a neck pillow? What the hell?
Yeah, so I don't remember the name of this bad boy. Oh, here we go. It's Anker Power Core Fusion 5000.
Ooh, the 5000.
The 5000.
I thought it was the 3200.
No, that was last year.
It's a piece of shit.
Yeah, we stepped it up. We went big, the 5000. So this thing is rad, and it has 3 outlets on it, so 2 USB-As and a USB-C outlet, which is cool. So you could charge like your laptop, your phone, your watch, all simultaneously off this thing. So this one's been rad. Love it. The Anker Power Core Fusion 5000.
I'm going to buy one of those.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you got some value out of the show today. If you enjoyed it, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell so you get notified of future episodes. And if you're watching or listening on iTunes, make sure to subscribe, or any of the platforms out there. Make sure you subscribe, give us a review, a rating. That stuff really, really helps us out. I think we're now on like iHeartRadio and Pandora, Spotify, all that fun stuff. So whatever platform you're enjoying our content, hook us up with a review. That stuff really, really helps. All right, guys, I want to thank you again so much for watching this episode of the Whissel Way Podcast.
See you guys next week.
Wait. Before you leave, I want to share some more tips and tricks that we're using in our business to take it to that next level. Just click right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Click right here.